So I've always really liked having quirky friends around. One of these friends, her name was Keri. And Keri was one of those people, she probably had ADD. She didn't really think much before she did things. She was always getting in trouble. I remember hanging out at her house when we were little, and her mom would constantly be threatening her, but not in a real way. It was empty threats, like, Keri, you want a fat lip? Listen, Keri, do you want a knuckle sandwich?
Okay, so one thing you guys need to understand, a fat lip is when somebody punches you in the mouth and your lip swells up and becomes fat. That's what her mom's saying. Do you want me to punch you so your lip swells up? Or a knuckle sandwich is where somebody punches you in your mouth, because the knuckles are this part of your hand, right? And it's going into the mouth. So her mom was saying stuff like to her, you want a knuckle sandwich?
So that sounds horrifying, right, to any person on the outside, but that's just kind of how their family talked to each other, because they were always so distracted all the time. Keri was always so distracted all the time, so that's the only way her mom could get her attention. But I remember, you know, obviously my family doesn't talk like that to each other, so I would be like, I would hear those things and be like, man, Keri, maybe you should probably listen to your mom. We should probably go do what she's wanting you to do. And she would just, it's fine. It's fine. I'd be like, okay. One time she was at our house, and my Aunt Lisi, my mom's sister, she was staying with us for a little bit. And she worked nights, so she was sleeping during the day. And I remember Keri was hanging out with me one time, and she said, who's down there? And
it was like in our basement, right?
Yeah.
Because she's in the basement, and she would have to put up like curtains by the window so it was dark so she could sleep in the daytime.
Mm-hmm. And she said, who's down there? And I said, oh, it's my Aunt Lisi. And she said, so can we bug her or what?
So, I mean, most people would be like, oh, that's cool, and you'd try and be quiet. She wanted to go annoy Lisi. She wanted to go bug her, right?
I think she was bored, just wanted something to do.
So
she wanted to just go wake my Aunt Lisi up for no reason.
Luckily,
which would be super annoying.
So annoying, yeah. And there's a lot of things that she got away with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she'd get away with things, and her mom would all give her tons of empty threats, like, I'm going to give you a fat lip, I'm going to give you a knuckle sandwich. But they'd never do. Her mom never hit her, right? But she did get her comeuppance one time, didn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so one time we had this gymnastics class that we would take together. And one time they came and picked me up. And as I was walking to the car, she had her head out the window and was like, hey, Annie! And right at that moment, her mom wasn't paying attention and started rolling the window up.
It was one of those automatic windows.
Uh-huh.
Like,
so she was like, hey, Annie! Mom! It was just so much chaos out of nowhere. And I remember she cried the whole rest of the way
after they undid the window and pulled her head out.
You get choked out by a window, and then you got to go to gymnastics.
Oh, gosh. So, but when she got to gymnastics, did she at least have a good time there?
No, not really, because in Keri fashion, obviously she got over the window thing, but then she started being annoying and rambunctious in the class, so the teacher punished her by making her run laps. So in the middle of the class, you know, we're all just trying to do our things, and then you just have the background of Keri running laps around, like no one's paying attention. So it wasn't a good night for her.
Oh, poor Keri.